Would you turn down the chance to be vampire royalty on one of the greatest TV series ever made? Sounds crazy, right? Now imagine the role in question was offered to Ryan Reynolds, yes, the Deadpool wisecracking, Mint Mobile selling, sometimes swoon-inducing Canadian. And that the series was none other than Buffy the Vampire Slayer, arguably the ultimate cult classic of vampire TV. According to multiple sources, that is exactly what happened. Intrigued? Good, stick with me. Because what follows is a story of opportunities, what-ifs, and life and career pivots masked in the cloak of fangs and darkness. We'll explore how this moment might have changed everything for Ryan and for Buffy's world, what made Buffy so legendary, and the lessons you can draw for your own, offered but declined, pivots. Sound good? Let's dive in. Ryan Reynolds is still on the climb. He's done a few TV shows, some small movies, the occasional, "oh yeah, I recognize him" moment. Meanwhile, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is blowing up. It's the show for a generation of teens and young adults, combining sharp humor, dark fantasy, and metaphor-rich teenage angst. Then Ryan is offered a key role in the show. Yet he declines.
Why?
He says something along the lines of, "I love Buffy, but I didn't want to play a guy in high school." A major show, high stakes, could be future. And Ryan says no. If you were in his shoes, what would you do? Stay with me because this sets up the first of many lessons, and please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It shows that even big celebrities face hard choices. It's not all glamour. It creates an alternate universe of what if Ryan had taken it? How would his career and the show changed? Buffy had something rare. It wasn't just about vampires. It used vampires as a metaphor for growing up, identity, power, alienation. Ryan recognized that high school element and wasn't comfortable stepping into it. That honesty? It's powerful and uncommon. So now our curiosity is stirred. What happened next? To understand the magnitude of what Ryan passed on, you first have to appreciate the world he didn't step into. Buffy's not just a TV show about teens fighting vampires. It's a cultural phenomenon. What made Buffy iconic? Complex characters. Buffy, Willow, Xander, Spike, each with shadows and growth. A tone that balanced the supernatural and the relatable teenage experience. Over its run, Buffy became a template for what genre TV could be: funny yet dark, supernatural yet intimately human. Women-led, ensemble strong, emotionally grounded. That universe is huge. And now, imagine Ryan stepping in somewhere here. Maybe as one of the Scooby Gang, or even a vampire character himself. Would the dynamic shift? Would his comedic style alter the tone? Would the show's legacy be different? Why Ryan said no. From what I found, Ryan was quoted saying that he loved Buffy. He liked the creator Joss Whedon, but my biggest concern was that I didn't want to play a guy in high school. That's it. The decision grounded in identity, in what he wanted to portray or not portray. Have you ever turned something down for a reason you barely admitted to yourself? That's the kind of thinking this story unlocks. Even though Ryan turned it down, the ripple effects are interesting. The what if becomes a teaching moment for us all. Careers, life choices, regrets, and redirections. Imagine two alternate realities. Ryan takes the role. He becomes part of Buffy's ensemble. Maybe his image shifts earlier into darker territory. Maybe his comedic breakout doesn't happen the same way. He declines, as happened. He becomes Ryan Reynolds, the comedic leading man. The path he walked becomes his. Which one would you prefer? Probably reality. B, if you love the Ryan we have. We all have that thing we turned down: a job, a trip, a relationship that we still think about.
It's not always about regret.
It can be about choice. Ryan's decision helps us feel okay about our decisions. Even major opportunities might not fit. What would you have done in his place? If the opportunity were yours, would you lean in or walk away? That's the question that keeps the story alive. We mentioned Buffy as the greatest vampire TV series of all time. In the headline, bold statement, right? But let's explore why it might deserve that status. And along the way, we'll uncover what makes any vampire show really work, lessons you can apply, even outside TV. Vampires often reflect our darker selves, so the best shows dive into that. Despite the supernatural layer, you should still care about the human story. Comparing Buffy to what came after. Even newer vampire shows, including Interview with a Vampire, 2022, bring modern updates, queer representation, deeper psychology, and are excellent. But Buffy remains the template, accessible, zeitgeist-defining. Ryan knew he didn't want the high school guy role. That self-awareness saved him from playing something mismatched. Before you say yes to something, ask, will this role reflect who I am, or who they want me to be? Saying no can feel like defeat. But in his case, it opened different doors. We tend to dwell on what could have been. But what if you reframed it into what became? It reminds us that genre shows can be deep, meaningful, and widely loved. It shows that teenage monster drama can be both literal and metaphorical. Layers matter. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What opportunity did you walk away from, and what did it open instead? Or, if one's coming, what will you choose? Share your thoughts, your aha moments, and let's spark a conversation. Ready to bite into possibility?